would take them around the school and show them all the areas that they would be at. We would show them the classrooms, the gym, the cafeteria, the library, my room, computer lab, the office, kind of let them talk to the teachers, get to know them, get to see them. Of course, it's going to be different this year. And I don't know about later on, closer to the beginning of school, if that'll be something that we'll do in a smaller group or what will happen. But I feel like there will be some form of that type of orientation where you bring your child and kind of tour the school so they know where everything is, and we can explain where our common areas are that they'll be using. And then we have our kindergarten registration. First thing you have to do is make sure that your child is up to date on their vaccinations, and they have their physical for their 5-year birthday. Your child has to turn 5 on or before August the 15th to enter kindergarten. And then you will come to our kindergarten registration. You would need a social security card, their shot record, birth certificate, any custody papers, and your child. Bring them with you. Come in. We would have you fill out all the paperwork, and we do our kindergarten assessment. It primarily covers their letters, upper and lowercase, colors, numbers, directional words. They have them write their name. We also have our PT, which is our physical therapist, and our OT, occupational therapist, and our speech therapist evaluate all of our students unless they're already receiving those services. If they're already receiving those services, then they don't have to meet with them. But if they are not, we evaluate every kindergartner coming in to try to catch anything and
they see her.
And moving forward. You get to see all the teachers that day as well as myself. I do the registration, and Mr. Will is usually here helping people get in and out of the building. I guess that's about, I don't know any questions about anything specifically.
No. I say.
Go the other one and spotlight her.
Yeah. Say, let me give them permission to do that.
Okay.
Spotlight her.
Okay. Veronica. Do you have any questions, Veronica?
No, she about answered all mine. I was going to ask about what all we needed and stuff for to have and stuff, and she about answered all of them.
Wendy, I'm going to you next if I can get it to work.
So about how would we know when we should bring them in or stuff like that for them to tour the school building?
We try to run it in a Sneedville shopper most of the time. We try to have 2 days. Usually it's going to be toward the end of school. It's going to be probably in May sometime. And then we'll have another one like more like closer to the beginning of school for any extras that maybe we've missed. Head Start, they're usually really good about, I've been getting a list of students that are coming to kindergarten, and we've actually just been making personal contact with each parent, calling and saying, these are our days, which day works best and what time works best for you, and we schedule it that way. But we will advertise it like on our school Facebook page, the district page, and in the Sneedville shopper.
All right.
Thank you, Veronica.
No, thank you all.
Wendy, do you have any questions for Miss Whitney?
No, she just answered all mine right there.
Coming to you next, Tyler. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm at work, so I'm kind of got my earbuds in and just kind of listening right now. I kind of missed the first few minutes, but
I've recorded it, so we'll have a playback for it.
All right, that'll work. Yeah, like I say, I'm just kind of listening in right now, trying to get in the loop, but I'm also at work, so I'm not real.
Okay, thanks, Tyler. All right, I'm just gonna turn it over to Mr. William then.
Yeah, we're looking forward to meeting the new kindergartners for next year, and meeting the parents. And I'll be certainly available to answer questions and offer some guidance, to some of the plans and the policies that we have in place as far as picking up and dropping off students, the do's and the don'ts, and we'll be available for that.
How do you go about keeping them safe? I think that was one of the questions that some of my parents were asking me. How do they know that their kids are going to be safe while they're at school? Is there a security system in place or locked doors or anything like that?
Yeah, I guess the basic features, we're lucky in this county that we have a dedicated school resource officer in each school. So we're very fortunate regionally as far as a lot of the other schools, like in Hamlin County, I know they're not as fortunate. So we're pretty fortunate to have a school resource officer in each school. And training is probably the biggest. All the officers, not only in the state of Tennessee, but across the nation, are all trained under the same guidance, the same curriculum. They want us all on the same page. I went to, our officers participated in a national SRO conference year before last, and we actually got to train and join in with SROs from all over the nation. Every state in the nation was represented at that conference, and we got to a better sense of how we all are working the same. The systems are a little different. The climate, I guess you would say, from like Tennessee to Las Vegas, they have a lot of different issues.
I think we're having some technical difficulties. Y'all are frozen. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you hear?
Okay. Y'all just froze there for a minute. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know if it's on my end or yours. Like pick up and drop off or going with their kid to the classroom. How do you go about getting, how does that happen? When is it like not okay for you to go past the office with them if they're drop off, or if they're pick up, drop off, pick up? Could someone maybe explain that procedure?
Well, usually the first week of school, you can walk up with your kindergartners, take them to the room for the first week. And then after that first week, we have you stop at the office, just drop them off in the front. So that's usually about a week. And then we have the code system for pickup and drop off. Each student's assigned a pickup code. And if you don't have that code, obviously if it's a mother, father, grandparent, somebody that regularly picks up the child, we're not going to request the code. But if it's somebody out of the ordinary that normally does not pick them up, if they do not have access or you've not given them that code, we're not going to let that child leave with anybody that does not have permission for the code to the child.
That's good to know. I didn't know about the code even. Thank you. So does Veronica have any questions? I'm gonna give her the, oh Lordy. Let's see. Okay,
Just ask them and they can chime in. You don't have to.
all right.
No, I don't have any questions for them so far. Like I said, they have answered a whole lot. Sorry, I'm running around trying to find a charger box right fast.
Okay, Whitney, what about you? Wendy, I'm sorry.
So you do have a code that no one could pick the children up unless they have that code? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes.
Because, I mean, like, I have custody of this child, so the mother or anybody couldn't come in unless they have that code, right?
Correct.
Okay. That really eases me there.
Tyler, do you have any questions? Well, if you do,
No,
just,
not right off, I don't. I'll find out more when we go to the parent meeting or sign her up for it. Again, I'll have to rewatch this later because, like I said, I have work, so I'm kind of just listening along.
okay. All right, I'll quit bugging you for comments then. Okay, how about Josh? You want to take the seat there, Josh?
Yeah, I'll go ahead here. I've got a few things. I'm with the school nutrition program, and a few important things that I've wrote down here that you may need to know is no kid in our school pays for a meal. We all eat free, and that's all the way from early learning center all the way through. So that is one good program that we've had going for a few years now, and it's called our CEP program. One important part of that program is right now everyone's eating free, but to keep that program going, we do need kids to eat and participate in it. So I guess by saying that, we try to encourage all kids to come through and take a reimbursable meal from the cafeteria, even if they don't want it. And that kind of sounds wasteful in a way, but that's the way we get our funding. If the kid don't come through and they don't eat, then we don't get funding for it. And therefore, when our participation drops, then we risk losing the free meals, and we go back to kind of like we used to be when you had to pay for meals. So it is very important to encourage them to come through, and they can take a tray. And we've got a good system, especially at the elementary. If a child don't want the meal, they can come through and take it, and some of the workers will give it to kids that do want it, that want extra. So you can share it and give it that way. So it's not like you have to eat it. If it's a day when your kid, we're having something that they don't like, then they can still come through and take a tray. That way we keep our participation up. But then we've got a share table where we give it to any other kid that may want it. So it kind of helps out both ways.
That's a good
We
idea.
put our menus out. We've usually, yeah, that works pretty good for us. And we do that at the middle high too. So all the way through, we try to encourage them come through and take a meal, because that keeps participation up and that keeps us eating free. And we'd like for everybody to keep doing that. At the end or at the start of every month, we usually put out a monthly menu, and it'll change some depending on how things go, especially on a year like this. But that kind of gives you an idea of the things we're having. Like I said, kids are welcome to always pack a lunch if they want to, but we just encourage them to come through our line. That way it helps us out as well. We also do a fresh fruit and vegetable snack, and that's at the elementary school only right now. And what that does is we send that to the classroom of the evening, and it'll be a fruit, could be an apple, banana, or carrots. And that's another free program that we've got for every kid at the elementary school. So that's something that happens 5 days a week. And they always have that in the classroom of the evening. And then the teachers disperse it however, they may do it at their evening break or when they go outside for a break. It's however the teacher chooses to do it, but that's another free program that we offer at the elementary school. Another important thing that I've got here is allergies. We've got quite a few kids with different allergies. So when you do sign your kid up for kindergarten, it's very important that you list all food allergies. That way we know up front what we're working with. And we do work to accommodate any kids that have food allergies. We'll work with you to alternate meals, but we do go by what's on your doctor form. So we need that paper from the doctor. That way we make sure that we're following it. And the main reason is keeping your kids safe. Kind of like I said earlier, as far as packing a lunch, if you've got a child that does have an allergy, you know that kid better than anyone. So if you look at our menu and we're having something, we're going to work to get them something else. But if it's just, a severe allergy, you may want to send them something that day. That way you just ain't taking any chances on something cross-contaminating or anything like that. But we do go by the paper from the doctor. And so it's very important that you get that to us. And like I said, you can kind of check our menu in advance to have an idea about those things.
Josh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have 2 coming to you that have milk allergies. These children will drink the milk if they can get a hold of it because they like it so good. But how do the parents ensure that this child is not going to get milk?
Right. What we do is our manager at the elementary school will have all the information on each kid. And as they come through the line, we have silk milk or almond milk, depending on the milk allergy, what it is. And once we get that, we'll work it out with the parent and the kid and then the cafeteria staff, so they know that they can't take what they ain't supposed to have. So we'll have it waiting for them to make sure that don't happen.
Anybody got any questions for him on that one? Well, I guess you'll just keep going then, Josh.
All right, I think that's about the basics I've got on the school nutrition.
Thank you, Josh. I really appreciate y'all doing this for us. And Whitney and Mr. William too. Y'all, if nobody has any questions, I know Mindy Anderson joined late, but it's recorded, Mindy, so you will be able to watch it. If we could come up with questions afterwards, is it okay if I shoot you guys an email and just say, hey, I've got a parent with such and such a question? What do I need to tell them, or do you want me to share your email, or how do you want me to go about that?
You can do either. It doesn't matter to me. My email is just whitney.fleener@hcsk12.com. If you want to send me the questions, or if they ever have a question, they're more than welcome to email, or they can even call the school and just ask to speak to me. And I'm sure Mr. Will is the same. Just call the front office and they'll transfer the call, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have.
That'll be the same for me as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Parents, y'all need to stay on. I'm going to let them leave, but if y'all don't have questions. And we really, really, really appreciate y'all doing all this.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Bye. Have a good day. Okay, Miss Veronica, looks like you got the hot spot.
Oh no, I don't like the hot spot.
Well,
But as
you
most
are
of you
our policy rep, so.
Yeah.
So
as
we're,
most know, I go backwards and forth to the policy council meetings. And I'm sorry, I've got kids running around, so you're probably hearing them in the background too. But at our last meeting, we were just still going over the budget, seeing where to spend it. We're trying to get new playground equipment for the Head Start and stuff. We've already got the rubber mulch or it looks like tire stuff. I guess it's rubber, but looks like shredded tire all over the playground. I think we've already got it, but they're trying to see about getting us some new playground equipment. They said something about a new bus for Miss B, but Miss Marlin was telling me that she just got one not too long ago, so they might have made a mistake on that or something. But as far as I know, they've still mentioned trying to get her a bus. I guess that's
that
really
would be awesome. We do put more miles on a bus than I think any of the rest of the buses in the agency. So it would only make sense that, we get the new buses because we can rack up the miles really fast.
yes.
I don't know how long it's been. Time gets away from you. B may have had that bus longer than what I've got in my head, but I hope we do get the new bus.
Well, as far as I know, she's on the list for a new bus. So I guess we'll find out at the next meeting, maybe, if that's still on. If not, I'll ask the question about it. But if yuns have anything that yuns want to come, just text me about, call me about. I'm on Facebook. I can go back and ask the questions to them and stuff if there's anything you're concerned with or anything. And Miss Marlin and over at the Head Start is needing teachers, assistant teachers. So anybody with a GED or high school diploma, spread the word. We really need them over there.
Sub teachers, substitute.
Substitute.
One other, I'm gonna spotlight me now because I need you guys to think on something really, really, really bad. The parent activity event is coming up, and we get $9 per child to spend. Field trips are out of the questions. They're not going to let us do that. But what do you want to spend your money on? I really need to know that soon. March 1st is tomorrow, isn't it? Or soon, Monday maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's coming here real quick. So that means our time is getting shorter. You don't get the $9 in your hand. The money will be given to me. And then whatever you guys decide, vote on doing is what we'll have to do. We cannot, like I said, we cannot do field trip. We will, somebody mentioned maybe photos, family photos. That'd be cool if you can find a photographer that will donate their time and stuff, because time you buy an 8 by 10, there's not a whole lot left with out of $9 per child. I do have families that have multiple children. So if y'all chose the photography, then they would get 2 packages. So, because it's $9 per child. I don't really, I'm at loss. We got a social distance, so we can't have everybody there at once. I really don't know what to do. It's something for you to think on. Anybody has any suggestions, feel free to throw them at me now or in the group message or however you want to do it. My number is 384-4948. There's plenty ways to get a hold of the teaching team. Absenteeism has been not great. I mean, well, it's not bad, but it's not good either. If your child is going to be absent within that first hour, please let somebody in the teaching team know. Within the first hour, because a lot of times they can be excused and it don't count against them. If you'll just say, just send us a text, send us a message, send us a Facebook message, something. My child won't be there today, he's sick, or no one's going to be there to pick him up this evening, or, you know, family issues, whatever does arise. Anything else? We're starting to wind up the school year, so
I think we're having a parent meeting in March, aren't we?
well, we'll be having another parent meeting in March. That's another thing I also need ideals on. What do you guys want to know? It's y'all's meeting. It's not mine. It's not for me. I don't need this meeting. Y'all need this meeting. Well, I do need it, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's for you guys. If there's something you want a dentist to speak to you, you want a health department, maybe you would like more information on getting their physicals and school readiness, you know, for kindergarten, craft, if there's a craft you want to do. And that's another option you could do too with the family activity money is we could do a craft. I can do it virtual, send the stuff home prior to, and then we do it online together. Whatever y'all want. This is y'all's time. This is your time to say, I want this, or I want that, you know. Just let me know. Anybody got any suggestions? Mindy? Go ahead, Veronica.
Easter's coming up. We can like maybe do an online Easter basket craft or something like that, or something, you know, that just popped in my head. I don't know if anybody would be interested or not, but you know, that just kind of popped up there.
Are you talking about for the parent meeting, or are you talking about for the parent activity fund?
For the parent activity.
Can't be till May, can it?
Parent activity can't be until, I don't think it can be until May. I'll have to check.
April.
Oh, okay.
April. I'll check with them and find out. We did do it early one year, but the reason we were able to do it early that year was because we had flooding or something. I don't remember. It's been too many years. Slept too many times since then. I will check on the deadline and how early. I think it's in May, but it may not be. It may just be me thinking.
My cousin Charlie just started her photography business, so I can talk to her about taking pictures.
Well, the only thing is, Mindy, she may not be wanting to do it for free. I mean,
she's usually pretty good about stuff like that, especially when it comes to little kids. She loves being around little kids, and she's just now started out, so it would help her like grow her business.
Well, if she wants to contact me and I'll give her, you know, more details. If she's interested, that would be awesome. And feel free to give her my number.
Okay.
Or tell her contact me on Facebook and we can do it. However she's more comfortable.
Okay.
Appreciate that. if you, so you're suggesting family photos for the parent activity money?
Yeah, I mean, if that's what other ones is wanting to do. It was just a thought because you had brought that up and she had just started her business there.
Oh, no, don't apologize. That's awesome. That's what this is for. Wendy, do you have any suggestions?
Not right off. If I come up with any, I can get a hold of you, but I not right off. I can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay. Well, think on it. Think hard on it, and I'm gonna put this recording on the Facebook page, so maybe more parents will watch it and give me some suggestions. We are off hybrid. I'm assuming everybody knows. I'm hoping everybody knows anyway. We go Monday and Tuesday and Thursday and Friday. All the classmates. May 8th, all the county schools there is no more virtual. Everybody will be going back to school. I don't know about Head Start yet. They haven't told us anything. I know I have 4 that are virtual. As soon as I find out, I'll let them know. I would love for everybody to get in the classroom at least one time before this year's up. It's been a crazy year. But if nobody has any more questions, then that's all I've got. Except for your door prizes. And so I had 4 people. Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 4 door prizes. So everybody's going to get something. Wendy, pick a number. 1
6.
through what?
4.
1 through 4.
3.
21 lines. I put the book in there.
No matter.
It don't matter to me.
She's got a little boy.
Okay, so here you go.
Can you see this?
I can.
That's
Oh, you
what-
like it?
Okay. Tyler, pick a number.
2.
2. Can you see this?
I might keep that.
You gonna keep it? Okay. This is Tyler's.
Okay.
Veronica, pick a number.
Did you hear me, Miss McFarland? 4.
I did not. What'd
Oh,
you say?
sorry, 4.
4.
2 books and a Tennessee bag.
It's a Tennessee bag. It says Head Start. If you can see that. And inside the bag is 2 books. Tommy's Little Mother Goose and the 3 Bears. And the last one is Veronica got that.
Yeah, Mindy or Wendy?
Mindy.
Mindy. That was Wendy.
Mindy, do you see this? I'm trying to get it where they
Yes, she will love it.
And that's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for signing on and participating. Don't forget, I'm here for you. Just get me a holler. I'll do whatever, try to find out whatever I need to find out. I may not have all the questions, but I know how to find them. And if there's nothing else, I will let you guys go.
Actually, I was wanting to talk to you for a minute, not about school or nothing, but I was wanting to talk to you for just for a second. after
Okay,
everybody left.
let me stop the recording and get out of this, Veronica, and I will contact you on Facebook. Okay? Bye, guys.
Bye.